Dope, 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 let's get it. I'm a trapping fanatic, that shit automatic, so I cannot turn it on or off. Bitches all on my dick, then she hop on my dick, I'm like, why you keep hopping on and off? Your bitch all on my dick, she be doing the most, I tell her, little bitch, she so extra. And my gun up on me, but not run up on me, niggas, they wanna fight, they some wrestlers.
Naruto stands above the world, watching the development of a god tree. As many years would go by, maybe even a millennia, when the great fruit is developed, he would eat it alone. As in the race of gods, Naruto was regarded as a child born from divinity. His abilities could even one day rival the Otsutsuki god. This would be his 5th god tree fruit of his lifetime. And as he finished the final bite, he began to glow an ominous aura. The color lit up blue and white, with chakra surging around his body. Naruto smiled, feeling the power overtake him as he closed his eyes, and for no real reason at all. He envisioned a power that could one day be his own. Landing back on the desert-like planet, he then walked forward. Through the sandy ruins, he stepped right through prisms and rocks without being affected at all. While standing, he managed to grab a piece of a rock and pull it through, while still being transparent. I see. But what else can these eyes of mine do? This is what makes Naruto different from other members in his clan. He trains. As he's seen, a race of advanced beings do this as well. Training proved to be more useful and beneficial than he could have ever imagined. Naruto remains on this planet for many more centuries, mastering the abilities that he just awakened. Now, another planet. On one. He soon got word of Kaguya and Ishiki. However, Naruto would be the one to know that they haven't returned for a while, so he decided to head that way himself. It takes Naruto some time to locate where they are, but once he finds the dimension, he uses a new ability as well, Ripple, a slash through the worlds that allows travel. Naruto steps through, floating above the atmosphere of Earth. So this is the planet they decided to plant a god tree on. Kind of dull if you ask me. Well then, let's get started. Naruto pours chakra into his own eyes, seeing the world. What the hell? He realizes that this entire world is full of chakra and life, as well as beings who can manipulate lesser forms of Shinjutsu. Naruto has met both Kaguya and Ishiki before, so he scouts for them. This leads him far away from any shinobi village, to a hidden place where monks would live in peace. As Naruto lands in the area, ripping through all of the living beings there until he finds a certain monk with a karma seal. There you are, hiding in this weak and timid vessel. Why don't you come out already, Ishiki? Naruto begins torturing the vessel that was confused completely, as his karma seal is still in such a weakened state and far from being complete. Oh, well, it was fun while it lasted. Naruto goes for the killing blow, only to awaken the Otsutsuki within him. There we go. Naruto, what are you doing on this world? Oh, nothing. Just came to check on you two, but it seems you both are worthless in the end, so I'll take your powers for my own and complete your mission. Jigen would move to attack, but Naruto uses phase walk to go right through his body, and from behind him, he's grabbed by his face and thrown through another dimension. This should be a good training ground for you. He notes that the gravity here has increased, as well as the flow of time being sped up. So this is his plan, to speed up the process of my karma seal and then take my powers. Naruto and Jigen stay in this dimension for what seems like months, only to have Jigen killed later, and his karma fully absorbed by Naruto. Well, that was fun, I guess. I wish it could have been more amusing. I wonder what else we can do here. Naruto returns to Earth only a couple weeks later, and he travels around and sensing something crazy one night. He heads right for the Leaf Village, seeing the Nine Tails. What a monster. These humans don't stand a chance at all. But the chakra of this thing, it sure is incredible. Naruto watches the humans fight for their lives against Kurama while laughing. Their deaths were amusing to him, but then he also saw Minato fighting Obito. Obito's ability had marked the original Shinjutsu version, which Naruto possesses, in his phase walk. Naruto walked around and headed for the beast, having enough fun. This was when the Hokage prepared to seal it within the body of his son, only to have the beast completely absorbed by Naruto, leaving Minato completely shocked. As Minato and Kushina remained unharmed, but with no Nine Tails to sustain her life, she would slowly pass away, leaving Minato to raise their son Minma. Minato looked up, holding his son, seeing Naruto in the air, as he would look down the Hokage, giving an evil grin. "I think I'll be taking your idea, Ishiki." Naruto rips through the air, leaving Earth for now and stepping onto the moon, where he would see many people still there, as they were also Otsutsuki. "Oh, so you're watching this world. How pathetic. I guess I'll get rid of you as well." The Leaf Village then has some time pass while rebuilding, and the Uchiha are left alone here. Due to the Hokage being alive, he made sure to let it known that Madara was the one to cause the attack, and since Madara has no real affiliation with his clan anymore, no one saw them as evil, which eventually leads them not being forced to stay in their compound. This angered many like Danzo, but with Fugaku becoming Minato's personal advisor, there was nothing he could do. Now, as for Minma, he was being raised as a prodigy, but Minato didn't understand why that being watched over them that night. He defeated the Nine Tails with one move and then vanished. Could it be on their side? A little more time passes. Within the village, Minato then noticed a shift in his son. There was now a diamond-like mark on his right hand as he tried to figure out what it was. But he didn't know at all, as this was something he had never seen. He even tried asking Minma, but his son had no recollection of when it happened. It had just appeared on him one day. Years began to go by, with this mark not spreading just yet, but on graduation night, the scroll of sealing was stolen. Minato sends out his shinobi, but his son was already in the area chasing after the assailant. Minma catches up with Mizuki, but is ambushed by other shinobi who betrayed the village. Mizuki calls him a pampered house cat and that he wasn't cut out to be a shinobi in the first place, and they would knock him out. As Minma wakes up, not in the forest that he just was in, but in an all-white area that has a singular throne inside of it. In front of him sat a being that had human-like features, but wasn't human at all. So the timer begins now. How amusing. Where am I? Don't worry about that. Just know it's my turn to have a little fun. When Minma wakes up, all the shinobi around him were dead and obliterated, while he was sitting there perfectly fine with his injuries healed. His father stands over him, checking, but there was nothing wrong at all. The only thing the Hokage noticed was that the seal on his palm began expanding just a little bit. Minma then explained what happened, leading Minato to call forth Jiraiya to find Tsunade to ask for any information regarding this seal, since it looks like her own. Minato then instructs Shisui as an Anbu and a Jonin to watch over his son while he's inside the village. And now time begins to pass until we get to the Bridge Builder arc, with Team 7 being the same, as later on, they have to fight on the bridge. Of course, Sasuke needs help, so Minma jumps in only to be the one to sacrifice himself for his friend. Seeing this will be the reason that Sasuke awakens his Sharingan for the first time. Minma, no! I'll kill you! Haku notes that these are strong words for a shinobi with no chance at all. Sasuke does his best, but Haku still outspeeds him. As the needles come in close, they go right for Sasuke, but then Naruto is seen, with bright blue eyes, holding his shoulder. An echoed voice then comments how this ice is impressive, but it's still not enough. Naruto then steps onto the ground, creating his own ice pillars that would stab through every mirror, and one of them suspends Haku in the air, leaving him coughing up blood with a hole in his chest. Sasuke then wonders where Menma obtained such power until he realizes that when he turned to him, he was gone, so he couldn't even ask. He then looks across the battlefield to see that mid-fight, Zabuza had his arm ripped off. He stumbles just a little and turns to the young child. What the hell? Menma then turns around, shooting out chakra that rips through the shinobi, killing him instantly. Kakashi, who was weakened, turned in amazement, but then fear. No, this wasn't Menma. It was someone else using his body. Naruto looks at his hands, and then the area around him. It seems we're only at 14%. What a shame. I wish I would have progressed further. But it seems this brat wants to take control back. Gato and his men would then show up, causing Naruto to smile. He flies in the center of them, causing them to stand there and try to hit him. However, every attack stops as it can't reach through Naruto's own, basically limitless technique. What a shame it is that all of you have come here just to die. Kakashi shouts out no, but it was too late, as all the shinobi around Menma were ripped to pieces. In his mind, Naruto sits in front of him as he leans over the throne smiling. This body is no longer your own, so remember that. Menma then wakes up confused, as ever, but knows that something is very bad. The shinobi of the leaf have no idea what to think of this, but most see this as a positive note, since this unknown being has done nothing but help them so far. Minato, though, knows that it's evil and has to figure out a way to seal it. Maybe he can find an Uzumaki scroll that was used for Jinchuriki and try that. The research and development department gets to work on the matter while Minato focuses on making sure his son can stay in control. The Chunin exams were still coming up, and he wasn't sure if it would be a good idea for Naruto to still participate. There's no telling what could happen with him. Still though, he lets his son participate, knowing that his teammates have worked so hard to get to this point. He can't take that away from them. He just had to hope that they would be alright. Still though, his son is able to go with his team, and he learns a new ability from having Naruto use his body. Menma is able to phase walk for at least 4 seconds at a time. It's not much, but if used in the right situation of battle, could change everything. The Chunin exams remain normal until the appearance of a pale-faced woman. She attacks Sasuke, only for Menma to jump in and help, using phase walk to help them avoid the attack. Sakura creates a diversion using smoke bombs, allowing all three of them to then regroup and hide. Menma claims that he wants Sasuke to take him out if that power comes out again, and Sasuke nods with Sakura telling them that they can't be serious. But he was, and Menma jumps out with the kunai in his hand, going for the kill. Orochimaru swings his own blade, but it goes right through him, and his eyes are cut. Damn it, you brat. Menma then sweeps his legs and kicks him up in the air, where Sasuke performs a fireball jutsu, sending him scorching to the ground, as Sakura stands on a branch, wondering what she should do. This is when a snake would appear behind her. Menma looks up, jumping to grab her, using phase walk, but he had already used it enough, so all he could do was push Sakura out of the way, as she wouldn't know what happened, and Menma would pass out in the snake's body from chakra exhaustion, leading to Naruto taking over, ripping through the snake's body, and looking around, seeing Sasuke doing his best, but he jumps in the battle. And he does battle with Orochimaru, killing the Sannin with no remorse at all. Naruto then looks around, seeing Sasuke hold a katana in his hand. Don't tell me you think you can kill me. The Uchiha shows off his Sharingan, rushing Menma, swinging the blade. It stops right above his head, causing Menma to smile. But this wasn't Menma. A waste of time. Yeah, that's what you can call it. He uppercuts the young shinobi away, and he flies into the air, scanning for stronger opponents. Wait a minute. This is just like before. A large pool of chakra. Naruto then flies over to Gaara, landing on his head. The sand then surrounds Naruto, but he walks right through it, stabbing Gaara in his chest. But he feels no pain, as his hand was just sitting through it. Temari and Kankuro stand shocked, as no blood came from his chest. Gaara himself then felt as if his chakra and his own heart was being ripped out of him. He then falls to the ground once Minma's hand leaves his chest, and the boy then consumes the chakra through his mouth. Not bad, but far less than that other beast. The Karma seal then spreads around his arm, leading to Naruto smiling even further. Seems about 25% now. Kakura then attacks him, only to be blown away and killed by a simple wind attack. Tamari then tried to jump in as well, only to be killed, and she was grabbed by her face while done so as her face was slammed into a tree and smashed. This is when Naruto would then walk away, as he learns more about tail beasts through other shinobi in the forest, as he assumes that he must collect the other 7 of them to plant his god tree, and then he could leave. Forget finding Kaguya, but if she does appear, he'll kill her instantly. Naruto walks around destroying the young shinobi in the forest until he's found by Sasuke and Sakura once again. They manage to ambush him using Shikamaru, leading to Naruto and Minma switching places once again. The Chunin exams here can finish with Sasuke, Minma, Shikamaru, Rock Lee, and Neji, and a few others becoming Chunin. There was no attack on the leaf due to both Orochimaru and Gaara being dead, as Jiraiya also returned with Tsunade, and they began studying Minma and his strange steel. Years then go by, with them not being able to stop its development at all. However, the power it grants Minma is tremendous, as it becomes a Jonin during this time as well, as the first real attack on the Leaf Village wasn't on the Leaf Village, it was just in the Land of Fire by the Akatsuki, as now Minato had to send out his own shinobi. The 3 of them were known to be terrorizing, as it would be Hidan, Kakuzu, and Kisame. Minato sends out Minma, Sasuke, Shisui, Kakashi, and Sakura, as they should be the ones to handle it. Fugaku wondered if it would be alright to send Minma, even though his seal had progressed so much. They don't even know if it's complete. Minato then sighs, saying he wishes Kushina was here to help out, but he has to handle it all. On the mission, the shinobi arrived to the destroyed town, wondering where the attackers were, as they had to spread out to find them, as Naruto is the first to find Kisame and attacks him instantly, as their battle will be short because of Naruto's strength, so he disarms Kisame and asked him what their plan was. As he explained what they were looking for in the Nine Tails, Minma scoffed. He killed Kisame without remorse, but he felt his body changing. We go over to the other Leaf Shinobi who managed to kill Kakuzu, but couldn't do anything to harm Hidan. Shisui wondered if he should use Koto Matsukami, but Kakashi stated that he would handle it, lifting his handband, showing his Mangekyo Sharingan, but is ripped out of his head by Naruto. They look at him, asking what he was doing. This is when his leaf headband is dropped to the ground and his karma seal spreads even further, with horns growing from his head. This body no longer belongs to Minma Uzumaki. You can now address me as Naruto Otsutsuki. As for this eye, I'll be taking this with me as an offering. Shisui then goes in for the attack, but is cut across his chest before he even knows it. Sakura throws a punch, but it's caught and she's knocked out. As for Sasuke, he stares on, as he's left unharmed, along with Kakashi, as maybe they could be the ones that amuse him in the future. As for you, come with me and take me to the one that leads you. Hidan and Naruto vanish into the forest, later arriving at a meeting point, as they would see Tobi and Pain there, as well as the remaining Akatsuki. Kabuto was also here, as after the death of Orochimaru he had joined. Pain then asked Hidan what he was doing, but Naruto didn't speak. Well, Madara, here's your other eye. He tosses it to Tobi, who smiles under his mask. Looks like I'll need to invest in a new mask. Naruto then proposes that he wants to help them capture the tail beasts. They accept, and now they head to capture the 2 tails and the 8 tails. Since he was a new member, Naruto was sent with Black Zetsu to capture the beast. On their travel, Black Zetsu seemed nervous, knowing what Naruto could be. As he jumped from branch to branch, Naruto turned to him. You know, I don't think the 2 tails should be a challenge for us. No, not at all. In fact, I don't think it'll be a challenge for just me alone. I know what you are, Zetsu, and I despise Kaguya for her weakness. At least Ishiki was able to plant a karma seal, but you're even below that. Zetsu tries to move out of the way, but is completely absorbed by Naruto. So, that's what remains of that woman. How foolish. Naruto takes out the two tails by himself and absorbs it, but he puts his own chakra into the statue, making them think that he captured it. As for the eight tails, the ones who were sent were Obito and Pain, who had actually managed to capture the beast and destroy a lot of the Cloud Village, as they were caught by surprise. This continued for months until all the remaining beasts had been captured. Now, it was time to start their plan. However, many of the Akatsuki members were being hunted down by Naruto, only leaving them with 3 left. Obito believed he was next, so he snuck off to the Kamui dimension, only to see Naruto standing there, with the head of Kabuto in his hand. Pretty cool place you got here. How did you get here? That doesn't matter. Let's make this quick, as I have one more to finish off after you. This battle will be intense, as Obito had mastered both of his Sharingan. Naruto was getting more use to Menma's body, but it still wasn't enough to defeat the masked man. This is the moment where he sheds the shell of Menma, finally returning to his own body, showing his true form, and completely demolishes Obito, taking his power. Now, there was only one left in his way. Instead of going for Pain himself, he heads right for Nagato, appearing in front of him and killing Konan, and taking the rest of his chakra, as well as his eyes, making Blue Rinnegan appear on his own palms. What shall I do now? Naruto plans to plant his god tree, awaiting for the life of this planet to drain away. The remaining shinobi nations would then show up in the location to fight Naruto, but they knew it was too late. Naruto floats to the god tree, noticing that it's starting the process, but it would take many years before it's complete. So, he jumps down to where the ghetto statue was, absorbing the rest of the chakra from the tail beast and becoming even stronger. So an army was raised for my amusement. How fitting for a being like me. Naruto turned into Madara in the 4th Great War, obliterating his opponents no matter who they were. Each one of them stood no chance. Even when groups of them tried to seal him, he walked right through it, as when morning would rise, thousands of dead shinobi bodies laid upon the ground, making him smile. Pathetic. You could say that Sasuke comes back with the Sage of the Six Paths powers, but this would just cause him to be killed and his chakra to be taken or eaten, and fed to the god tree. Naruto stays here, waiting for this process as it'll take a little long. So now he sits and waits for many years to pass, causing 2 new Otsutsuki to arrive, Kenshiki and Momoshiki, who asked what Naruto was doing here, and Naruto sighed. Well, the 2 of you just made things much easier for me. The 3 do battle, with Kenshiki being the first that Naruto fed to the god tree, which speeds up his development, as now, it was time to fight Momoshiki, and with him being weaker, and Naruto not using chakra-based attacks, he stood no chance. With each attack Momoshiki threw at him, Naruto blocked, or walked right through it, landing his own, as Momoshiki wondered how Naruto became so strong, but then remembered that this planet used to be filled with life. He must have used the karma seal. Naruto smiles, noting the change in his opponent. That's right, and now you're dead. Naruto feeds him as well to the god tree, allowing the process to finally finish, as once he waited 100 more years, the fruit this planet bears is tremendous and makes Naruto insanely strong. He floats up to the sky, looking down at the planet. Not bad for some insects, but playtime is over. This planet has served its use. Naruto raises his hand, with a purple ball forming, as he had learned this attack from fighting the tailed beast. He shoots a giant Biju bomb down, blowing a hole right through the center of the planet. As Naruto begins laughing, while heading into another dimension, to repeat this process over and over again somewhere else, becoming even stronger, as his goal is to one day travel and fight the god of his people.